So, as some of you have noticed in the past two videos, my hair is darker than it was before, and that is because I dyed it. So I thought that I would do a quick video on dyed hair maintenance while it's fresh in my mind and while I'm doing it myself. So the first thing you want to pay attention to is after you dye your hair. I dyed my hair myself. After you dye it if you get it dyed at a salon, this still applies and you should still do these, but you don't have to worry about it as much because the products are different, so they're not as damaging to your hair. If you went darker, if you went lighter, it's just as damaging, but dyeing your hair darker tends to be a little bit better for hair. I think it's because it's like less ammonia or something is in darker pigments than in lighter ones. But anywho, the first thing you want to do is right after you get your hair dyed, not wash your hair for 2 to 3 days. And I know that seems like a long time, but try and go the distance and rock a ponytail or a hat on the third day, and that'll help preserve your color, and help it kind of give it a chance to soak into hair. As well as the first thing you should do if you have dyed hair, especially if it's newly dyed hair, is invest in a shampoo and conditioner that's for colored hair, or at least a shampoo. If you have a conditioner that you love, that does wonders for you, like I do, then just stick with that conditioner. And that's what I learned the first time I dyed my hair. Shampoos really are meant to take out all of the grit and grime out of your hair, but a shampoo will also strip your color. So make sure that the shampoo specifically is for colored hair. And the one that I've been using, this is Goldwell's, and this is the shampoo and conditioner set. And I actually don't like the conditioner. This conditioner, ooh, it's still wet from the shower. This conditioner is really watery and thin, and it doesn't really soak into my hair. And I don't really ever have an issue with tangles with my hair and knots when I come out of the shower. But for some reason, when I use that conditioner, it just doesn't do it for my hair. But I do love the shampoo. This shampoo smells so fantastic. It smells like it's almost like a guava-y, strawberry, sweet, fruity scent, and I love it. And this is Color Shampoo Dual Senses from Goldwell's, and I got this at the salon, but I absolutely love this. Another thing, especially if you dyed your hair at home, what happens is you're basically stripping your hair of its color and putting more color on top of it. So that's a very, very drying to your hair, especially if you have curly hair. You're going to want to rehydrate it as much as you can. My biggest recommendation for that is to use a hair mask. You can buy one like this one by Pantene at the drugstore. This is Restorative's Time Renewal replenishing mask, and this is the one I have now, and I bought this before I colored my hair. If I was to buy one now, I would probably look for one for colored hair, but this one works just as well, and it smells nice, and I've used a good amount of this, and I've had this jar for over a year, and you don't need tons and tons of it, but you work it through your hair, you start at your ends, and you work it through your hair up to your scalp, kind of comb it through, and then I just literally take it, tie it back in a ballerina bun, and let it sit, and read a magazine, or I do it in the bath, and then I will take my hair dryer and I will blast my hair with the hair dryer so that it opens up the cuticle of my hair and it allows the mask to better penetrate it. There are also other methods to this, and I might just make a video to make it easier so I don't have to explain it. So if you want to see a video on how to use a hair mask, comment below and let me know, because if you guys are interested, I'll make that. If not, you guys know how to use these, then I won't bother making a video. But if you guys want to know how to use a hair mask properly, comment below and let me know. So other than a hair mask, you always want to use a leave-in conditioner, especially if you have curly hair. Again, dyeing your hair is very, very, very drying, and you want to kind of keep your hair hydrated so it doesn't split. And so it kind of does what you want it to do, because, healthy hair will kind of go where you want it to do what you want it to do. Dry hair, brittle hair will just kind of break, and it won't necessarily stay the way you want it to. So you guys know how much I love long-term relationship. This is the long-term relationship leave-in split end protector for long hair. And it's by Herbal Essence, and I love it. I've had this bottle for over a year, and I still have a ton left, and I use 1 to 2 pumps every time I shower. So this is a good investment product. I love this product. However, I am trying a new product, because this product I've heard amazing things about. So I decided to give it a try, and that is the Moroccan oil. And this isn't the straight up oil. This is Intense Curl Cream for curly hair. And it is made with Moroccan oil, but it's not just the straight Moroccan oil. This is an actual product you put in your hair. So I haven't decided if I'm going to add this to my routine, or if I'm just going to use this product and get rid of my other things. I'm kind of just experimenting with this. This is brand new. I just bought it today. It is currently the only thing that's in my hair right now, and I'm not super impressed with the curl. It's just kind of wavy right now, and I was really hoping for more of a curl with using this, but again, it's a new product, so I'm still kind of learning how to use it. But you should always use a leave-in conditioner, even if you have straight hair after dyeing your hair. It's really important. Also, if you're dyeing it light when you go out in the sun, make sure you wear, a hat. You can buy sprays that have SPF in it. I recommend that as well. And just generally be gentler on your hair. When I dye my hair, I don't use any heat on it for at least a week. Because my hair does get really, really, really dry, and my hair naturally is a little bit more brittle. It breaks, not brittle, but it breaks easy, so I try and take good care of it, and so far, so good. I like the color. The color is going to fade a little bit, but as you can tell, it kind of makes me look a little bit pale, so we'll have to work on that. I also got a haircut. I don't know how much you guys can see. There's a good inch off from here, so yeah, I'm trying to grow it out. It's getting there. But also, when you dye your hair, make sure you get a haircut after you dye your hair, not before you dye your hair. My stylist told me that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, or if you want to see a video on how to do a hair mask, or my reviews on hair masks, or anything, if you have any questions at all, please comment below and let me know, or send me a message. Please don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye!